Hi, welcome to this week's edition of RNTrailGuide.com. I'm Trisha, and today we're going to talk about tips to be an active member in your nursing council. Our blog post from last week really talked a lot about tips actually just for beginning to be on a nursing council. So it's your first one, and tips to prepare for the meeting, like looking at the agenda and minutes, and maybe even speaking with someone that's been on that council before so you know what some of the expectations are for membership. But now here you are, today's the day of the meeting, and so it's time to become that active member for that nursing council. One of the first tips here today is getting there on time. We all are very busy people, especially nurses, and if you're performing patient care, that's even going to be a more difficult task, getting somewhere on time. So check that date, time, and also the location. Double booked rooms, all that kind of fun stuff. So give yourself ample amount of time to get to that meeting space so that in case any changes happen, you're able to keep going with that meeting. Another thing, if you are teleconferencing in for a meeting, so maybe stuck at a desk, or you're at home and you are able to teleconference in for a meeting, make sure you try to log in 5 to 10 minutes early. They may not be there, the leader of the group, to get it started, but at least you'll be in queue for whenever they actually hit the meeting can begin. Many times there may be a download that you have to do for this teleconference, or maybe you have to sit and wait on hold, and now all of a sudden you have no signal on your cell phone. So a lot of different things can happen. So now we're at the meeting. Let's talk about speaking up. So we want to speak up in a respectful manner. A lot of councils have their new members say hello and where they're from so that we all have a scope of, what your role is on that nursing council. So one of the good things too is, like I said, is being respectful. So listening to others as they speak up, seeing how your input can be valuable, or some of those things is your input actually valuable for that topic, or is it something that maybe needs to be tabled and thought about at a later time? So always just making sure that the meeting's still flowing, and that just being respectful of time and of others as they speak up too. Volunteering. Now you're laughing because you're like, this is my first nursing council meeting, and now you're telling me to volunteer. Well, you don't have to volunteer round 1 or meeting 2, meeting 3. But I'm just saying, when you're ready and you see an agenda topic that is of some interest to you, maybe you want to think about volunteering for that project. Maybe you're completing your BSN or MSN, and that project is really aligned with some of the goals of the class, or even some of your goals of your education. So that would be a great way to actually really do something live that could be beneficial in 2 aspects. So when you're ready, get ready to volunteer. There's always things, maybe you need to help run a meeting at another point because the leader can't be there. Maybe it's looking at some new products that are coming in, or some evidence-based practice that has been found that you're like, wow, maybe we could really try to implement that in our unit or our nursing department and see if it's helpful before it maybe goes organization-wide. So there's always room and topics to volunteer for. It just may not be something you do right off the bat. So as always, with the nursing council, the more you put in, of course, the more you're going to get out for yourself, your nursing department, and even all the way down to your patients and their outcomes. So getting involved is a great thing, and let's go do it together. So let's hit that nursing council trail together. Have a great day.